Here we have production of chocolate chip cookies. We are going to take butter and we're going to add it to our mixer with a paddle attachment. We're then going to turn the mixer on and begin to cream our butter. Once we have begun the creaming process and our butter should be softened, then we will add in granulated sugar, slowly adding it in and allowing the butter to incorporate the sugar. Now, once the sugar has been added in, we're going to add in our brown sugar. And we're going to do it in the same way, adding it in to the mixer that is mixing while incorporating our sugars. We're now going to put it on medium speed and we're going to blend or cream the butter and sugars together. We are looking for a homogeneous mixture. We want to be sure to thoroughly incorporate the sugars with the butter. We're also looking to aerate the sugars with the butter. We're going to turn off the mixer and we're going to scrape down the side of our bowl periodically so as to mix in the fat and the sugars together. We will then continue mixing for about a total of 2 minutes, making sure that we periodically scrape the bowl down. This is what a well-developed creamed mixture looks like. Now we're going to increase the speed of our mixer slightly, and we're going to beat our eggs, and we're going to begin adding our eggs into our mixer while our paddle is going. We want to thoroughly blend our eggs in, so add them in a couple of stages. Once again, stopping the mixer to scrape down the bowl so that we get a thorough incorporation of the eggs with the sugar butter mixture. We will continue to add the remainder of our eggs, blending them well with the creamed sugar butter mixture. We are also now going to add our vanilla, and we're also going to add our salt. This is a great way to add your salt as opposed to sifting it through with your dry ingredients. We will now scrape the bowl down, and our mixture should be ready for the incorporation of the flour. We have taken our flour, placed it in our sieve, added our baking soda, and we're going to sieve or sift the flour to remove any lumps. And then by hand, we are going to stir it into our creamed sugar butter egg mixture. So we have sifted all the flour. It's very important to sift the flour so that we have no lumps and we have thorough incorporation of the flour with the other ingredients. We're now going to add about half of the flour to our mixture, and we're going to then stir that flour in. This also has the baking soda added. We added the salt in earlier. Our goal is not to overwork this mixture so that we derive wonderfully soft and well-developed cookies that are not overbeaten. This is why we also do this off the mixer, adding the flour in by hand. We've now added the remainder of the flour, and we're going to stir this mixture until it's not quite thoroughly incorporated. So we're stirring the flour in, and now we're going to stop And now we are adding a spoon, and we're mixing our mixture in with a spoon to thoroughly incorporate. But notice that I still have not stirred it completely. Now I'm adding in my chocolate chips, and now I will just stir all of the contents together until I form a soft cookie dough. Do not overmix this. We do not want to develop the gluten. This is why we do it by hand. But this is also why I switched from a spatula to a metal spoon, so that I could incorporate it well, as a spatula does not have the strength to incorporate. Once we have a thorough mixture, we are going to scoop these out with a scoop, and we're going to do a nice flat round scoop, and we're going to take our scoop and do 3 cookies across our sheet pan that is lined with parchment, and then we will do 5 cookies down. Keep your work very neat and very uniform so that it is easy to count your cookies on your sheet pan. Once we have scooped an entire sheet pan, we're going to take this and we're going to flatten these cookies slightly, and we're going to put them in the freezer and allow them to rest for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Now we're going to bake them in a moderately high oven. And we will bake these until they are golden brown, have puffed, and are slightly firm.